stuck at home, got nothing to do, want to play some Commander, D&D, Pokemon, whatever, Oasis has got you covered. We're going to be setting up a streaming service so that we can all play live, go from there. It'll be sweet. So the first thing you're going to want is a play area, and the things you'll need is either a webcam or a smartphone. I will show you how to set those up here in just a minute. But first, let's talk about play areas. You're going to want to have a table, lighting, and a play mat. The rest is just kind of auxiliary. So I'm going to be setting up my station here in a second. So I'm going to be turning this into something spicy or better. And today's playmat is brought to you by the letter P for playmat. You're going to need one of these. Next step is to get yourself a webcam, a light. Not all of you can be as fancy as me and have one of these ring lights. Any light will do. Just grab a lamp or something, just something you can have a nice well-lit play area. Windows are good, but you know, as soon as nighttime rolls around, you're gonna run into some issues. Also, overhead lighting can be a bit tricky, so we will go over that when we talk about lighting. So yeah, let's get it. All right, after a lot of tweaking and testing and doing this and that, I've got some weights going on. I had to lift it. Various boxes will do. There's my playmat. As you can see, I've got it nice and centered. Got it all rubber banded up. So this is your generic setup. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to have a nice little chair with some dice on it, and I'll be ready to play. So yeah, next we'll talk about lighting and go from there. Okay, so lighting is going to be a little bit trickier depending on your situation. For me, I've found that there is a glare to most card sleeves. Sorry, I should have prepped this a little bit better, but whatever. We're here, we're doing it live. What is it that the kids say these days? Forget it, we'll do it live. Boom, look at that. Okay, so we got Azuri and Eiley here. As you can kind of see already, there's a glare. So yeah, that's a bad. We want to avoid that. Turning on my controls here. Got myself a light. So the first light source that I'm going to use is a pure white. This is going to be your most generic form of light from a light bulb. We also have orange, which kind of defeats the purpose because the light I'm using is already orange. And then I have blue. This is going to make the glare go even harder, so you're going to want to avoid the blue. So if you can find yourself a generic white light, you are in the money. Next, overhead light, the one that's giving us trouble, is the orange. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the orange and then come over here. And as you can see, there's still a glare. So what I want to do is diffuse the light just a little bit more. Get my control over here. So just by turning it down, we start to get like a noticeable difference here in the card quality. See, not too bad. Maybe we've got too much direct light. So yeah, let's adjust from there. So then I'll take the ring light that I have and just angle it so that it's not like straight on, except for it's still straight on. I'm going to tweak it a little bit, go from there. But yeah, mostly you want to be able to see the art, see counters and dice and whatnot. So let's roll a couple dice, see if we can see it, and then I will adjust the lights and come back with some tips and tricks on what I did to help. So this will be a good experiment to see which dice shows the best too. So we can pick color combinations that work for what we're trying to do. Totally should have prepared this better. Okay, so let's do, we got these two dice, looking pretty clear. Yeah, so 5, and this one's kind of hard to read, so try and avoid things that actually have numbers on them. Let's try not bumping our head into the thing. See, those are pretty good. They capture the light well. Yeah, the die hearts are really cool, you know, cut evenly for a nice random roll. Look at that, a 6. You can also pick these up at our store, you know, Oasis Games. Look right there, got us represented. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tweak the lights a little bit and come back, give you a little bit of tutorial on that. Okay, so I figured the issue out with the glaring. What I did was I took just like a notepad and then watched the camera and then just kind of swooped this around until it blocked out the part that was glaring it. So our problem child is right about here. So then I go and, coordinate with some masking tape or painter's tape, and I'm just going to tape off that area, then turn up the brightness and see if that gives us a nice clear picture. So since we don't have a bajillion hours to spend setting up the perfect setup, because we want to get to gaming, right? Who doesn't want to jam a game? If you want to jam a game, let's hear it for games. So shout out if you want. That's rhetorical. You can't shout out. Anyway, so what I did was I found my dead zones that the glare is just too much. So it's indicated here by this sheet of paper, marked it off with dice. Excuse me, sweetheart. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this and then I'm going to write like dead man zone or whatever. And usually you can't see what's going on. So, but dice read real well right there. So that's going to be my dice zone. So maybe not dead zone, but maybe the dice zone where it gets a little dicey. So look out. So yeah, all jokes aside, I'm going to set that up and yeah, get to gaming. So hopefully we see you out there. There will be links and information in our welcome page on Discord. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to message any of the mods that are online. They should be able to reach out to you. If not, reach out to your fellow community members. They should be able to help you with any questions you might have. Yeah, let's get some. We're stuck at home, so we might as well play some games. Oh yeah, right. Last thing, I'm gonna recommend painter's tape for everything. Yeah. Hey, not bad. That's the average. Yeah. All right, we'll finish there.